Wait, why did she say I'm gay?
I don't know. Just ignore her.
She saw your haircut.
I usually do.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm Mike Zuma. Okay. EWGWHITE coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my bop, my tunes will make your speakers hot. Dance floor, hopscotch, baby.
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Orion, and joining me, as always, is Micah. What's up, buddy?
As always.
As always, and we also have a very special guest, a very dumb leaf. We got Jerry in the house. Jerry.
What?
Jerry.
Greetings from the land of bagged milk.
That's
Yeah,
right, a real Canadian. You all thought that they were fantasy tales and make believe, but here we have brought one on the show just for you, a special Canadian episode.
Yeah, I had always known that they were real. I just wished they weren't. But I'm glad that we can expose the truth to our viewers about the leaf menace today, right? So before we get started too much on that, I have a bit of a story to share about women and the way that their brains work, why it is that they're being leveraged against the radical centrist movement, right? So my girlfriend, she starts her job at a bank and she's going through her training. And she comes home and she tells me, "Hey, honey, you should start a bank account at this bank. You should blah, 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 blah. We have good savings rates and this and that." And I'm like, "No, I already have a bank account. I think I'm good." But she doesn't stop. She keeps going and keeps like it took 2 days for them to brainwash her and turn her against me as a weapon. It's wild to me. It's wild to me that that's how malleable these women's brains are. 2 days and they will completely flip on you and take the side of the big bank over, me.
Yeah, right. So you're basically saying, a lot of the times women they show up and see narrative and then they go, that's mine. This is me. That's literally me.
Yeah, because they don't have the ability to critically analyze things, or they're just very impressionable, I think, by the largest power structure that's currently in their life. Before she started working at a bank, that was me. I'm a big power structure. I'm a big dude. I'm not gay. And now that she's working at a bank, which has more money than me, more clout than me, it's just a complete
more dicks
180.
than you.
I don't know about that, but it's just it's bewildering to me, the 180. This is how Nazi Germany indoctrinated their women into going along with whatever shit that they wanted them to do, right?
Yeah,
the same sort of power structure, I guess.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And they're not the only ones doing that. I have a screenshot here. The ATF posted this on Valentine's Day. They said, "Valentine's Day can still be fun even if you broke up. Do you have information about a former or current partner involved in illegal gun activity? Let us know, and we will make sure it's a Valentine's Day to remember." And then they have their phone number and email and shit. And this is an ad that is 100% directed towards women. There's no man who sees this and is like, "My ex-girlfriend, she was involved in the illegal gun trade, Let's call the cops on her." No, this is 100% a plea to jilted exes to turn over on their men whose only crime was loving too much and selling too base of weaponry.
See, my problem with this is how is revenge porn not allowed, but this is?
Right? It's the same thing. It's just trying to ruin someone's life.
Yeah, literally.
How is this an acceptable form of dealing with a breakup in society nowadays?
Dude, at least with revenge porn, everybody benefits,
Everybody benefits.
Everybody.
Even the stranger watching, everybody literally benefits.
Yeah, with this only the female benefits.
That's a very true and cogent point. I mean, even then, I guess the government benefits, the ATF.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair. But
fuck the ATF.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
When you hear there's a Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the first time I heard that, I was like, "That's awesome!" They're gonna give people that for free. Is this it's a program that everybody can agree to as far as entitlements go, right? 100% of the vote. Pure centrism. Hands reaching across the aisle and shaking on the promise of badass guns,
Yeah.
good booze, and
Delicious hamburgers.
delicious hamburgers, high quality tobacco. But no, this is an organization that's against those things and
Right.
seeks to limit those things. It's fucking
it's just
baffling.
another example of like the manifestations of government and how it's always putting their thumb on the centrists, because like you said, it's always something that everybody loves that the government has to regulate.
You know what? No, sorry to sidestep too, but I'm looking at the number. No one's ever gonna call this shit. No one's gonna call. No one's gonna email them because the email's ATF. It's just a typical government. www.atf.gov/ATF/tip. Who's typing that in? No one's typing that in. Like they should have went with something easy. Like,
Something catchy.
fuckyourx.com or something. Yeah,
Fuckyourx.com.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been a better way to go about it. But these people aren't known for having the best and brightest minds.
Yeah, I really don't think the African American community is going to be jumping to email this website anytime soon.
No community is.
Before we go on with the episode, because I kind of forgot for a second here, I wanna thank a fan for sending in a bottle of bourbon. Kilo Mike, the best fan of the Grillcast. Look, if you consider yourself a fan of the Grillcast and you haven't sent me a bottle of bourbon or something to drink, you're fucked. You're not even a real fan. You should probably just not just unsubscribe from the channel, but unsubscribe from life itself, because you're never going to stack up to this magnificent gentleman. So the Grillcast, now fueled by donations by Kilo Mike.
Imagine enjoying listening to like two retards fucking spew a bunch of nonsense on the internet without gifting them, money or booze or cigarettes or things like that.
Yeah, exactly. How can you even live with yourself? That's
If
what
a bunch
I
of
wonder.
beer belly truckers can generate millions of dollars over the span of 2 weeks, I mean, I don't see how you guys are just flat broke. It doesn't kind of equate.
I'm
These
broke
guys are
until the first. That's when my rental properties, all that cash flow comes in, and then I'm golden
cash flow's
again.
all freed up again.
For about 2 days, yeah.
For
2 days.
About 2 days. I have a real gambling problem. Yeah, don't send me money, send me booze, because that the booze is supposed to go fast. The money, it's not supposed to.
The money I just blow on the worst things. At least the booze, I just can plan out every drink and I know how long I'll have it for.
Yeah, that's some serious alcoholic shit when you're like rationing drinks. Like, all right,
Rationing
I have
alcohol.
this half gal that should last me like 4 days, and you start shaking at the thought of that 4 days being up. Like, it won't happen.
It's almost gone a day before the day you scheduled it out to be gone. And you're like, oh no.
I did the math wrong. No.
Okay, I gotta go back to the store. They're gonna know I was here earlier. Fuck.
But you know who did math right and therefore has reached to the top of society is Sam Brinton. Now, have you guys heard about Sam Brinton? You hear about this? Smell this?
Have you seen this? Have you read this? Have you smelled this? Have you put this in your mouth?
No, well, Jerry's Canadian, and so probably knows nothing. And I don't pay attention to politics because I'm a centrist. So you're gonna have to.
All right, here's the rundown, boys. Is Sam Brinton? He's the new hire of the head of fuel and waste disposal for the Joe Biden's energy department, right? And you might think, why are we talking about this guy? Who gives a fuck? And basically what he's done is he's been hired as the first non-binary head of a department, right?
Oh, good.
Very good. And predictably, conservatives are kind of seething about this and getting real angry because you look at this guy and he's everything that they hate.
Right.
He's lispy, he's wearing a dress, he's got a gay haircut or whatever.
He enjoys himself.
Conservatives hate it when people do that. And it's kind of like, it's one of those situations where it's just cancel culture going too far again. People trying to say like, oh, people. You should hire people based off their merits and not off their race or class, because that's discrimination. But then when this dude comes around,
solely
it's
hire him on his race and his sexual identification.
no.
All of his merits.
No. It's the opposite.
It's
they're,
the opposite.
They're mad because they're mad that he's being hired in spite of these immutable qualities.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm confused. Yeah, because
he can't control that he's non-binary and is a butt pirate. Okay, he can't control that, and so you have all these people, these cuckservatives, these rightoids. They're making a big fucking scene over it and fucking screeching and seething. Because they don't take kindly to butt piracy for whatever reason. They don't like enjoying themselves, as we stated before.
these brown shirt Nazis driving around in their Panzer tanks absolutely hate people that walk around on Cloud 9. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, that's what
They
we're
do.
saying. Yeah.
And I think if people heard from him on the right and they heard what he had to say, they would probably, realize that they have more in common with him than they ever really thought, just based off appearance alone.
Mhm.
So in this first video I have, he expressly tells people not to use the correct pronouns.
Wait,
I
what?
use they and them as my pronouns.
Based.
And when someone uses they and them as my pronouns, I feel like that person is listening to me. That person cares about me, and that person wants to have a conversation with me.
See, what he's telling us is that if you don't care about them and you don't want to have a conversation with them, then don't use his correct pronouns.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to start off with, first off, that dress is so last year. So, I mean, there's
Ooh,
that.
it's getting catty in here.
But no, honestly, I've got nothing to say about that.
I respect the mustache, to be honest.
Yeah, very
I-
Freddie Mercury mustache.
Yeah, like it works for them.
That is a trend I've been seeing lately, is a certain type of people wearing dresses, but then making a point to have beards while they wear their dress and shit in public.
I feel
I
like a
don't know.
lot of gay dudes are like, mustaches are coming back in for the gay community. Like this guy, Nick Fuentes.
they never left.
I look at him and I feel a little bit emasculated.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Not at all. Guy's head looks like a cantaloupe. Like a cantaloupe with a mustache.
like a gender neutral cantaloupe.
But do we know anything about this person's credentials?
You know,
is
it's
there
funny.
Is there an accredited source to back up their claim?
So
Before
this
we get to
person-
that, what's funny is gay people cantaloupe now, right?
Zing! Dad
Yeah.
joke.
That caught me off guard. That was
But
good.
so wait, this person is actually in charge of what under the Biden administration?
Waste disposal.
Fuel and waste
or-
disposal. Is there anyone more than a gay man that you would have confidence in for waste disposal? That's like
Dealing with
50%
the-
of their lives.
God. So
This
bad.
guy has so much experience. His resume.
Well, hey
So-
man,
is
we're
golden.
adults here on the Grillcast. You guys seem like you're adults. It's a very adult conversation.
We seem like it, yeah.
There's a lot of cleanup involved in the post aftermath of the activities that these people get into. So I'm kind of with the Orion on
Biden?
this one.
Yeah.
That
Kind of with Biden.
know,
Biden saw
hey,
this guy. He said this guy's gay. Probably do a good job at waste disposal.
they deal with a lot of condoms and needles and
Like that's.
plastic
I mean,
bags.
I have to genuinely believe that's like how Biden probably had that was his thought process.
Now, what's interesting is that Sam actually flexed on the president super hard and misgendered him in this next video.
How's he not canceled already?
Pronouns are confusing. I'm not going to say
Based.
that they're not. But if I can have the President of the United States use my gender-neutral pronouns, and I can respectfully use theirs, then I think we're going to be in a world where everyone can be respected and everyone has the responsibility to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice he called the president a they, their pronouns?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
buddy.
We have not
Hot
had
water.
we have not had a non-binary president yet, unfortunately. Hopefully Sam Brinton runs next time if he can, if he's old enough. If he makes it that long. So yeah, he just straight up and does it. He says, we have a duty to be respectful to
We
use
do.
people's correct
We do.
pronouns, including theirs.
Including your worst enemy, including people that you want to kill and people that you want to put in camps and people that you want to make into slaves. Like as long as you are respectful to them as who they are truthfully to themselves, then that's all that matters.
What's funny is the whole "is it okay to misgender Hitler if he was trans" argument. Does anyone remember that argument?
Yes.
And there's so many people who were they would do anything to murder Hitler if they could be
Yeah.
that guy, if they could go
But
back
they would
in
still
time.
they would still gender Hitler correctly.
Yeah, because
That's all that matters.
Because it goes
That's-
beyond hurting Hitler. It hurts everybody if you don't use the right pronouns for trans Hitler. I don't know. I always just thought that was a
No, it's
a
that's
funny
a perfect
argument.
example, dude. No, it's a perfect example. It's what it is. It's not even an argument. That's just the reality.
Well, it goes to show their ideological purity, right? Like wingcucks
Yeah.
will always do things to say, rules for me but not for thee, and they'll always be hypocrites. But these brave trans right activists, if they won't even misgender Hitler, that's how
Yeah, I
committed
can't
they are to
fault
the
them.
cause. Yeah, that's
Can't
ideologically
fault them for that at
consistent.
all.
That is based and red pilled and grill
It is
pilled.
based and red pilled. So,
Now, what's not based in red pilled is that I've been talking up Sam. I like the guy, but he's kind of he's made some mistakes in his life, and I want to go over one
For
of them
sure.
with you today.
I will never forget the day that I learned that I was just a little bit different than
Just a little bit.
all
Just a
of
little
the other
bit.
little boys that were around me.
Did
While
you just-
digging through the trash, my friends and I found a Playboy. I felt myself so holy and righteous that it just didn't affect me. That, wow, I had gone to church so much that this horrible temptation, which was, making all of my friends very excited, was useless on me. And so I immediately went and tattled to my parents.
Oof, we got a tattletale.
Oh, no.
Dude, can you imagine being like 10 years old and you and your boys all find a Playboy in the trash? You're all so excited. You're not gay or anything. Everybody likes this. There's a boob. There's a boob to be seen. This is a moment of camaraderie, of true male bonding, seeing that first boob. And what does this guy do? He goes and fucking snitches on them. Everything else he's clear on, but that specific action makes him a faggot.
And let it not be lost on us that he grew up to be a Fed.
yeah, that too. Yeah, all the other guys are looking, go, man, I wish I could see more. I wish there was more tits. I wish there was more ass. And he's going, man, why do they only show shaft going into the pussy? Why don't they show the tip? Why isn't there more?
Yeah. Now, his father doesn't take this very well, as you might imagine. Nobody wants to raise a snitch for his son, so let's see how his father reacts to this.
My father didn't take that very well. He would become extremely physically abusive, and I would actually wake up in the emergency room because I'd been punched so hard.
Just sound asleep,
Jesus
just knocked the
Christ.
fuck out cold and waking up in the hospital.
No, he
Jeez.
taught his son a very valuable life lesson, right?
Sleep with one
Snitches
eye
get
open, dude.
stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep with one eye open. Snitches get stitches. You got to teach these kids that young, or they might grow up and
Is this the dichotomy of abusive relationships with fucking fathers? Like men who go through it, they go and they work for the government, and women who go through it making OnlyFans.
Women who go through it date retards like us. Yeah, I guess so. It's
Very unfortunate.
it is really unfortunate. He grew up snitching. His father bravely tried to beat the snitching out of him. Didn't work. Becomes a Fed, and here we are.
physical therapy, is a great tool to, work out a lot of anxiety in these young kids, and the father was just taking an active role as a parent, being really hands-on.
Who can
Just
fault him
trying
for
to,
that?
exactly.
People complain all the
Precisely.
time about fathers not being hands-on with their kids. And being
Exactly.
absent,
And then this guy finally takes a stance and everyone's against him for it. I mean, it's the hypocrisy is just crazy.
That's how now this is though. It's wingcuck propaganda outlet number one, trying to convince us that father bravely, he didn't like it. I bet no one wants to hit
Yeah.
their fucking kid. He had to.
Yeah.
He had to try and straighten the boy out. Not sexually straighten him out. Like, I'm sure his father is fine with him being non-binary, but to make sure he wasn't a snitch. He did nothing wrong, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But speaking of therapy, this last video I have on Sam Brinton, and here's another place where I think right-wingers might agree with him, right? Is that he actually wants to stop gender conversion therapy for children.
The issue is clear. Harming children is bad. Conversion therapy harms children. Stop conversion therapy.
But having a 6-year-old twerk on stage in full drag at 1 a.m, that's not hurting children.
It's really not.
That's
it's really
empowering
not.
them. No,
It is.
No,
Yeah.
seriously. No, really.
Huh.
It's
I
like
mean-
how Russia's invading Ukraine, They're not doing it for any negative reason. They're doing it to empower them, bring them into the fold, welcome to Russia, guy,
Well,
So-
this is a guy who's trying to get, he lives his lifestyle as an adult and he lives how he wants to, but he understands that, gender conversion therapy for kids, putting them on hormones and stuff, he's willing to fight against that, much to the chagrin of many of his peers, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's something brave. That's something very brave.
It's pretty centrist.
Very
I wonder if
centrist.
the Biden administration is going to start a new campaign to get more underage youths active in the drag queen community and on stage, maybe through some physical therapy of some kind to kind of push them into that field,
I think I don't really think Biden pays attention to stuff like that. Really, I mean, for being
He
honest.
barely knows where he is. He doesn't
Yeah,
care
I mean,
about that.
Sure.
Didn't he have a meeting with some drag queen at some point though?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
It's probably for his birthday party.
I'd love to see his face.
Like half of his responses to things now are literally just yeah, yeah, sure.
Didn't he just say he put like a dead dog on a lady's doorstep the other day or something like that?
No way, did he?
I'm serious. Yeah. He said some.
Are you
shit like
sure
that.
this
Someone
isn't a
asked him
QAnon conspiracy theory?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
dead serious. You know how he trails off? He did one of those trail offs. It was, put a dead dog on a lady's porch or something.
Oh
on
my
this, like,
God.
random thing.
No. You're right. I
did?
got a call one night. The woman said to me, obviously not of the same persuasion as I was politically, called me and said, "There's a dead dog on my lawn." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Have you called the county?" She said, "Yes, they're not here." And I said, "Well, I'll get them in the morning." Okay, apparently he says, "I went over, I picked it up, but I've gotten much better since then." I don't know. I haven't read this article well enough, obviously, to make a good. I haven't expressed
Maybe I
it
shouldn't
well.
have brought it up, but yeah, it was. I had heard through the grapevine today that somewhere.
Through the grapevine.
Yeah, on the news. I heard through the milk bags that I heard through somewhere in the dairy factory that Biden was trailing off about dead dogs he was putting on people's porches at some point. So yeah,
Do you guys remember when he like broke his foot and he's like, "I was pulling my dog's tail in the shower"? What the fuck was that?
And then like the next day they like put it down.
Dude, he has like a weird thing with dogs. I don't know what it is.
He has a weird thing with children rubbing his leg hair.
Let he who's not let a child rub his leg hair cast the first stone. That's what I say. Speaking of dogs and stuff, that Sam Brinton guy, apparently he does this thing called pup play, where his partner where his partner
Come on, man. I
dresses up
can't. I
as a
can't.
dog.
I can't.
You can't.
I
but he
can't. I
can.
can't keep pretend. Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can't keep pretending what? That it's epic
To
and
be about
based and
it.
grill
To
pilled.
be about it.
Dude, what's the problem?
There's no problem. There's absolutely no problem.
You're
Dude, all
misreading this whole thing, man.
You're-
Just
all I've ever
continue.
said is keep it in the bedroom. Like if you think
No,
if you think
that's
that this
true.
guy
That's
if
true.
you think that this guy who has like a like dog fetish or whatever, a pup play fetish can't act, he can't pick up waste and disposal and shit. I mean, again, that's another W on his resume.
Because you
know-
think that he is personally
Okay.
going around picking up the
We-
waste and the disposal in his dress.
I need to
His
posit.
sheer
I need to
chest.
posit something to you real quick because we're always talking about keep it in the bedroom here on this channel, and how basically anything goes as long as you keep it in the bedroom. But I had the thought recently. Well, what does that mean for the homeless?
God, I hadn't thought about that.
Doesn't that
Well,
kind
they
of
have-
doesn't that kind of poke a hole, so to
Not
speak,
at all.
in that
Not
philosophy?
at all. They have
have-
large refrigerator boxes. They have dumpsters. They have alleys that they
Yeah,
throw
but
a tarp
those
over at
don't
the end, man.
belong to them.
I guess I've just never
not
thought
like-
about the homeless because I don't care about them in any capacity. I just wow, I never considered how classist that was of me.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
you know what?
How are they supposed to express themselves sexually if they
I-
have no bedroom to keep it in?
So I kind of fall under the neoliberal line of thought of having strict laws for everyone except the homeless who can make shanty towns and poop on the street and stuff. So I'm willing to add an exception to them for keep it to the bedroom too, because I've
Okay.
already added an exception for every other societal norm. Why wouldn't
Okay.
I do it for this?
Okay. As long as
Yeah,
we
you
clear
know.
that up.
And these liberal governments, they're so great because they, like your host here was bringing up, a lot of these cities just give land to the homeless, man. Even though they're not paying for taxes or anything like that, they see that these poor people, need somewhere to stay. So, Venice Beach, $1 million beachfront property is all yours, take a
Yeah.
shit on the beach. Let your needles sit upright in the sand for little kids to belly flop
Well, let's
on,
let's be realistic. I mean, we're not gonna make people who are capable of sheltering these homeless do it.
Well, look, I don't really see a problem with that because if they're given land, they're no longer homeless. Now they're contributing members of society. Maybe they
Yeah,
can
they're-
rent out the land that they were given, right, and add value to the
Yeah.
economy doing so. If any government program that's established to help make more land sheds, that's something I support, and I think that all radical centrists should support as well.
land chads, hobo land chads.
I don't know
Oh my
why
God,
you're
they
laughing.
should do that.
Yeah, I don't know why
they,
you're laughing.
they really should do that. They should give the homeless a plot of land out somewhere and like charter buses for a month for them out to this piece of land. Just give
Like,
them a
look, this
bunch
is your
of
land.
supplies
Just do something.
and
Like,
create
you
your
have
own
land
hobo
now.
city, dude.
Look, as long as the homeless
Rent it out.
that rent out this land they're given acknowledge that it's on stolen native land, then they're checking all the boxes. They can't have any enemies after that point.
Look at the Republic of Chad, in downtown Seattle or whatever it's called.
Chad, you mean Chaz?
Chaz, whatever it's called, because they
Chad.
changed the
I mean,
name,
it was
right?
pretty Chad what they
Yeah,
did.
they changed.
It
Yeah,
was
man.
like just be like, this is my city now.
You can just
My
walk
name is
around
Chad.
at night and just walk up to any person you don't like. Give me your phone, shoot them in the chest.
I actually
no
went to
repercussions,
Chaz.
man.
Yeah,
I
no,
went
Ryan
to
was
it.
at Chaz.
Yeah. I visited there, and I guess I'll diverge a little bit and talk about that experience. It could probably be interesting for our viewers. I went during the day, and I did a tour around the whole thing. It's a couple blocks, and it's in I think Cal Anderson Park. And so there was one area where there's like a speaker with a megaphone, and it's like a black lady, and then a bunch of mostly white people in a circle around her, like listening to what she has to say and like doing the
As they should.
doing this
As
thing
they should. Yeah.
instead of clapping.
Oh,
That was interesting. And then there's a little couch area, and one of them was a decolonization space where you go and you talk to people about like how colonization has impacted your culture or whatever. And I went and sat down there for a few minutes, and it was just like some fat white chick with pink hair talking about colonization, why it was bad. And then I looped around from there and went to the tent city area, checked out some of the tents. I knew a girl that she was like a BPD and calm sort of girl who had a house, but she set up a tent there in solidarity. And she left after a couple weeks because someone broke into her tent and stole all of her shit. She was very surprised by this. I visited the famous CHAZ garden. I visited the famous CHAZ garden, and it was just as destitute and shitty as the pictures online make it look, if not worse. Like, people were trying to say, oh, well, that's just the beginning of it, you know, that was the first day. But I went a couple weeks in, and it was trash. I actually had a video idea, which I totally should have done, where I dress up as like a Godzilla dinosaur thing and go stomping around in the garden, making like sounds. I should have done it. I didn't. And then after that, there's the field area, and that's just basically it was just basically a music festival there. There were a couple DJs playing music, people dancing and stuff.
Pooping, peeing.
No, there were lots
high.
of getting high for sure. There were lots of porta toilets and shit. There wasn't really any feces that I saw around necessarily. But yeah,
AIDS co-op.
definitely a lot of people getting high. I actually got given a joint and smoked a joint there with them. And then my journey ended when I got to the broken car at the beginning of CHAZ. I had finished my loop, and there was a car there that was parked on the street that had just been completely fucked up. Every window shattered, beat to shit. It looked like someone tried to light it on fire, but it didn't take. And in that car, there was a guy taking whippets. And so I asked him for a whippet. I took a whippet with this random guy, and then he started he was really high, and then he started yelling about stuff, and he dropped an N-bomb, so I got out of there. I think he was too high to know where he was or what he was doing. He was doing that rambling, yelling homeless guy thing, and that was how the day was.
Hey.
Huh.
Hey.
Is this uninteresting?
Yes, Micah?
Can we get back? Can we get back to the fucking show?
Okay. Okay. I do want to
fucking show.
I do want to talk about the night a little bit though, because I'm already into this. I might as well talk about the night, because the night's completely different from the day. The day is basically a
It's like Dying Light, the new game that came out.
yeah, it's like Dying Light, because during the day, it was just a place for liberal whites to kind of congregate and
relatively safe.
Yeah, relatively safe. There's stands,
might get a little sketched out, but it's nothing too
mutual
too
aid
threatening.
Serious. Yeah, the
No, it
safety of
wasn't
the
even-
high noon.
It really wasn't sketchy at all during the day. It was like a fucking street fair or something. At night is where it got a bit
zombies
sketchy.
come out.
I tried to go up and talk to, I don't know if you guys remember Raz, the warlord of CHAZ. I saw him
warlord,
there.
the warden.
Raz Al
The
Ghul.
warden of CHAZ. I at this point I was pretty drunk. Me and my group got a half gallon of whiskey, and we're pretty heavily through it. And I saw Raz, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna go talk to this guy. This guy's awesome and hilarious. I wanted to ask him about how he felt about being a warlord and everything. And when I go up to talk to him, I get intercepted by this white chick with dreadlocks, who she sees me coming. Yeah, I got intercepted.
Head of security.
And
Head of
she's
security, man.
why are you trying to talk to Raz? Who are you? And I'm just oh man, I just want to offer him a pull from my half G, and I just want to talk to him. This guy's based, dude. And she's you got to get out of here. He's talking to a city council member right now. And that ended my foray there. And beyond that, it was just getting drunk with really sketchy people, where there's a bunch of fires lit and
whatever even happened to him? Did he go to jail or anything?
No, he didn't go to jail. And what's crazy is the night that I was there, I so wish I had just sidestepped that bitch and went and talked to him, because that was the night that he was giving out. Do you remember the video of him giving out AR-15s?
Yeah. People ended up shooting somebody. Yeah,
They shot a bunch of people that night.
No, it wasn't that night where they ended up shooting people. The people who shot that black those black teenagers were what's it called, Socialist Rifle Association. They were providing security for the CHAZ, and yeah, at night they were walking around and had like gay little LARPing patrols and shit. But they didn't get armed by Raz. That's what it was. It was really gay. But yeah, Raz was giving out ARs that night, and I wish more than anything in the world that I had gotten one of those fucking things. It's probably good I didn't.
CHAZ. Get the year,
CHAZ
the
Army,
CHAZ, whatever.
2020.
What was it? Year 2020? It was 2020.
Yeah, it was summer of 2020.
Yeah,
the summer
get
of
an
love.
AR, an AR, fucking signed CHAZ 2020. Love Raz.
Yeah,
like he's in California going to Woodstock. The summer of love.
That's what our
CHAZ, that hellhole.
I loved that summer. So
that's what the mayor
It's still
of
there.
Seattle called it, was the summer of love when CHAZ first started. And then after those 2 black kids got shot, she sent in the police to shut it down like the next day because it was really bad optics for her.
It's still
I
there,
remember.
right?
I remember
I'm pretty sure
CHAZ.
it's still there. It's just under a different name now.
No,
They
it's
call
not
it,
still
like-
there.
No, stop being Canadian. Okay?
I'm not joking. I'm pretty
No.
sure.
It's
I just
it's
watched
not,
a thing
bro.
not long ago.
It's
It's
not.
called something else now. Yeah,
They have like a little it's not the same as it was. They don't have
Yeah.
the whole
it's not the
area
same, but there's
barricaded
still
off.
like this like occupational fucking thing going on down there, and it's called like the fucking city of
But
Tom
it's not
or
like
some shit.
serious.
No, it's not like it was, bro. It's just kind of like homeless people are staying there now. It's not like the whole movement that it was. Yeah, I
the
guess
city's like hostage to these people.
Like it is here over in Ottawa. you know?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
We're being literally held hostage by.
Sorry about that.
So
a
sorry
small
for
few.
getting derailed off that a little bit. I just thought that maybe some people would find my experience there interesting. It was I probably rambled a little too long. But
big yawn.
talking
Big
about
yawn.
fuck you, Micah. Talking about Ottawa. GiveSendGo was recently hacked, right? The company.
What's GiveSendGo?
GiveSendGo. That's the alternative GoFundMe because
The right wing GoFundMe.
the right
It's
wing
the.
GoFundMe.
I'll correct you. It's the
ostensibly.
Christian-based GoFundMe.
Same
Okay,
thing.
well,
So-
same thing.
Yeah, they were recently hacked. Their donations towards the truckers totaled nearly 9 million, right? And so they've been getting a lot of heat for platforming insurrectionists or whatever the fuck. And the names and info of all the donors was put on blast. There's a few There's a few bigger names there. There's one billionaire who donated like 70,000 to it.
Hell yeah.
There's I think the Canadians donated like 4.5 million of it, and Americans were like 3 million of it. So it wasn't all foreign interference, like people like to say, which isn't even a bad thing. I hate it when people are like,
No.
"Oh, foreign interference. We're being
Yeah, this is a
foreignly
global world.
interfered."
Okay, you guys all need to you need to get it together and realize that we live in a global system. Okay,
Exactly.
this
Like,
counter signaling of the global economy and the global culture is just cringe, dude. We're cringing at you.
yeah, we don't like nationalists here at the Grillcast. We're proud globalists. Radical centrists are all proud globalists. So if we want to interfere with a small third world country for their resources or overthrow their democracies, I'm a globalist. I have the right to do that. Small third world nations like Canada, fucking
I
shit.
was about to say, because you said it, and I was like, well, wait, is he saying that in general? Or is he saying that
In general, and then also pointedly towards Canada, because I fucking hate you people. You're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones, Jerry.
We are. We keep you guys. We keep you hydrated, dude. Okay. all the
God.
clean water.
I take
all
it
the toilet
back.
paper.
I take it
all the
back.
toilet
You're not one of
paper
the good
comes
ones.
from over here, man. Yo, okay. We're looking out for you guys. We know that you have
Jesus Christ.
a very
Looking
hefty
out.
diet of processed cheese and beef. So
And
you guys
bagged
have
milk.
very thick shits that
You
you've
people
gotta
just
wipe
fucking bagged milk.
continuously.
How gross is that?
Hey, man.
And
Hey,
syrup
hey.
snootiness.
We have bags because it cuts down on the volume of plastic containers, man. Okay, this is partially
Doesn't make any
Canada's
fucking
bagged
sense. You're
milk.
putting them in plastic bags.
Yeah, but it's less
fuck is-
plastic than the jug. We drink a lot of milk.
I think Canadians just aren't strong enough to pick up jugs of milk. You know, I use those like weights. I'm doing fucking curls, 100 set at a time, right?
Like, you want to talk about being
Oh
a
my
Chad? We
God.
grow up drinking milk by the tit, okay? You guys drink it by the glass, all right? Seriously. You barking up the wrong tree. man. You
Actually,
got it all wrong.
every baby grows up drinking milk on the tit. So, Leafs BTFO'd once again.
Not even.
Not
You know what I
even.
mean.
Oh, I'm from Canada. Oh, fuck you.
I have a feeling.
Maple syrup
both of you were
cuck.
brought up on the formula.
Oh my god.
You take that back, motherfucker. I
Dude,
never.
I
had-
only just got off the nipple last year.
It's hard.
I'll have you
it's-
know my toes have been curled since birth.
Now, to get back to this give send go shit, the hacker is a guy named Cortana. He's a alleged founder of the Lay Epic Anonymous hacker group, right? This guy says he founded it, probably founded it with other people. He's been involved with a lot of shit. He's the website owner of 420chan. It's a 4chan knockoff that
Oh my
revolves around drug
God.
usage and professional wrestling. Weirdly enough, they have a really big professional wrestling board for some
Like
reason.
WWF?
Yeah.
Jared, did you know about
What?
420chan before this?
No, I really didn't. Like
Okay, good.
I knew about the different
That's a relief.
variations of 4chan, that there's a couple different ones, but I've never heard of this 420chan.
Because I learned that Orion knew about 420chan before this, like long before this, and I was just really, really upset.
Oh yeah, when I was like 18 or 19, I would go on there all the time. It was very good for like 17-year-old me to
Hell yeah.
find that website. But yeah, so they used to have a board called Insurgency, the I board, which was
The
a
terrorism board.
yeah, basically it
what it
was just
sounds
a
like.
hacker board where they would post targets and stuff, and that got removed. But I kind of want to go over the origins of how he got involved specifically with the trucker protest.
As of this morning, the
Oh my
Convoy
Christ.
fundraiser has been updated. They're calling me out. How nice of you to say hello.
Oh no.
So that's him.
Oh.
That's how he got involved. Is they called him out because he was talking shit, saying they're gonna go down, and the organizers on GiveSendGo, they name dropped him right there. They taunted him a little bit, and this guy's like the Joker. This guy, like, do you see it in his face? He's like the fucking Joker. And what do you think happens when you taunt the Joker? How do you think that goes for you?
You get shot in the face?
Yeah,
You get what you fucking deserve.
you get what you
get
fucking deserve.
deserve.
So here's a video 3 days later. He's done the hack. It's complete. And when he does this hack, the way he does it is he takes over GiveSendGo completely and posts a video of a Frozen song, I think, a song from Frozen and a scene from it. And then it just has some text overlaying it where he does like this wink Cucksberg out, like, you're literally domestic terrorists taking over my country and I will stop you. But, despite his wink-cuck intentions, I really can't help but like the guy after seeing this video. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, I doxed the truckers. I did it. It was me. I hacked GiveSendGo, baby. And I do it again.
Look at that face, dude.
I do it 100 times. I did it. I did it. Come at me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me, huh? I hacked Epic Hosting! I hacked Parlor! I hacked Gab! I hacked Truth Social!
Dude, this
I
is
hacked
based.
Go! GiveSendGo! I don't care!
He looks like an Oblivion character.
You can literally put my name into the news tab on Google, and you can find everything I've done. I am
You know, he's just
literally
been,
in
like-
every
he's just been
mainstream media
waiting for so
publication
long.
for the things that I do. I'm not an unknown
to get this
actor.
validation.
I'm literally a famous fucking cyber terrorist.
Based.
And you think that you
Let's
can scare
go.
me?
Confirmation, 100%
Fucking
confirmation.
based.
Dude, having the balls to do that and the way he yells it too, it's like Alex
I can-
Jones-esque.
I don't
Oh,
care,
no,
dude. I can support the truckers
that's
and this guy
Adderall
at
and
the same time.
methamphetamine at the same time, dude. That's what that is. Like, you could tell. Like,
Can we agree? Can we agree to this?
What?
Can we support the truckers and this man at the same time?
Yeah,
please?
absolutely. That's kind of where I'm at because, yeah, this guy's hilarious. Look, he's causing
That's
a lot of
unreal.
seed, and one of the things about the truckers I like is how much seed they cause, how much, they make people freak out. People are watching this video of him doing this and be like, oh, this guy's a psycho. You took down
Yeah.
GiveSend, dude.
Oh,
You
I
can't
don't-
do that.
I think
That's
it's hilarious because,
my
like,
money.
hey, what's the problem? He's admitting what he's done, so he's gonna be dealt with. You know what I mean? Like, he will be.
Well,
you can't.
well.
No. Like it. At the end of the day, he has broken the law, and he's admitting I've broken the law multiple times and caused commerce to stop on these websites. You know what I mean?
Well,
Which-
hold on.
because
The
here's the
truckers
thing,
have
no.
caused commerce to stop
No,
in
but it's
a
not
very
about. It's
tangible sense.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he didn't just stop the truckers; he stopped the entire website. You see, so it's not about just the one company. Multiple companies are probably going to try and sue this website now because of this huge problem and all this data being breached. You see, so no, this guy's definitely going to be. He's going to get in a lot of trouble. He's going to get probably in a lot of trouble.
Part of it is that he is a Canadian. He's not an American. And GiveSend or whatever they're called, GiveSendGo, they're an American company.
Mhm.
So for him to face any problems from Americans, wouldn't he have to be extradited or something? I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, but
No, you are. Well, no, you're half right. I think at that point, then it would become a decision on both the countries' parts would have to decide what they want to do with him. Because you're right.
And Trudeau would probably not want to give him
If
up.
Americans have donated money and he stopped that, I don't know what it would be called, but I would assume it'd be some kind of wire fraud or something like that because it crosses borders.
So he didn't stop
yeah.
the donations. He did like the donations that went through. They've already gone through. He hasn't touched the money.
Yeah.
What he did was he defaced the website essentially and doxed everybody who
exactly.
donated.
Yeah, and then doxed all that private information from Amex and stuff like that.
No, because he didn't access any financial data. He's not got people's cards and stuff. He just got their IP addresses, emails, names, things like that. And the other part of that too is I've done a bit of investigating on this guy, looking into like his background. I think there's a reason he's so cocky and just willing to say this because he helped found the anonymous group, and a lot of them have gone down, but he never went down for it, even though he runs around claiming that he was the founder of it. I've found some tweets he put out where he says that he's worked with the CIBC, which is like the Canadian Intelligence Agency or whatever.
You mean
right?
CSIS?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He says he's worked with the government.
CIBC's a
before,
bank.
Oh, okay. Again, I'm talking out of my ass, essentially, but I think there's a reason that this guy is so confident that he can just run around yelling about how he's a cyber terrorist, so he's done all of these takedowns, and nothing's gonna happen.
I do know that Canada has I don't think that their laws on internet activity like that is extremely hardcore like it is in the States. I think it's much lighter. So, and that's the thing with Cuckland over here. You could kill someone and like the longest you're going to do a lifetime sentence is 25 years. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people probably do that with a smile on their face, and that's only if you get federal time. If you get any other time, you're getting out with good behavior, so
that's one thing I like about Canada, actually, and European countries in general, not having like lifetime sentences and stuff. Because look, if your whole life's going down the shitter, like you're not going to go and do something that's like based in red pill. But if you know that you're going to be out in like 25 years, 25 years is a long time, but you got some time afterwards if you're not all old and shit. So it's kind of like I think it encourages people, it gives them that little push they need to make entertaining content for the Grillcast.
I know this guy though seems like he's one pill away from either being a hacker like he is here or an unruly passenger, with no mask on, screaming on an airplane. Like he really does have this. manic, psychotic air about him. The way he
And I love it.
It's the fidgeting. You notice how he yells and then he like rolls his shoulder back and leans forward. It's like a lizard or some shit, man.
He's like the opposite version of that autistic Reddit mod who went on Fox News, right? Like that person's autism was like avoidant, where they look away and are mumbling and not confident.
Like
This
the
guy's
two opposite
autism,
ends of the spectrum.
yeah, his autism is based autism. It's the type where you're yelling at the camera. You
Alpha autism, dude. Sigma grind set autism.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, motherfucker! I'm a cyber terrorist.
Dude,
I feel
I look into his eyes and I'm afraid. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Mike?
I have to believe that like after he finished that fucking raving like lunatic screaming, like he probably felt like he just took like 12 Xannies. Like he probably felt like completely free of all anxiety.
Just
It's okay,
floated
Ma.
onto cloud nine.
Just literally.
Well, I can show you the ending of this stream, and I think it's analogous for the ending. It's the logical conclusion of every internet argument, right? You'll see what I mean when I play this.
Oh my god! Have you guys ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
See, they always default to the pedophile accusations. They always default to that because they have nothing else. It's actually some projection. That guy, I want to see his browser history. That guy loves little girls. I've hunted pedophiles. I've outed pedophile rings online. I have gotten pedophiles arrested, buddy. You have no idea who the hell I am.
I love this fucking guy.
There isn't proof of shit, you fucking lying little cunt. Die! I'm going to restart this live. Come back.
See, that's every internet argument. Is it eventually devolves into people being like,
Yeah.
You're a
pedo."
pedophile. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a pedophile. I'm actually the least pedophile of everyone. You're the pedophile, not me. And that's just every time, every internet argument. If it goes long enough,
I've never even dated a girl.
I've never even dated a girl.
I've never even seen a child.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that
does
guy,
lose a little steam towards the end there, huh?
If you look at his tongue, man, that thing is white caked. He's on something. I'm telling you, that guy is.
He's got a little bit of the fungi.
Oh yeah, you see his tongue is like literally made of the white shit
tonguey,
that
the
gathers up on
fungi.
the side of your mouth, man. Like he's got cotton mouth extreme guy.
How could he not?
No, seriously, ranting and raving like that.
And he's
His
probably
neighbors
on a
are
lot of
banging on the
stuff.
wall. Jesus H. Murphy, it's been 10 hours of honking and another 7 hours of this guy screaming.
Jerry, any predictions for Canada? Is it going to be a superpower by 2024? What do you think?
I mean, hey, if we can maybe get no.
You can get your truckers back on the road. That's like a maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I'm not too confident about
No.
Canada right now. If anything, hopefully, best option. Trump gets
You know what
into
you guys-
office,
you know what
and
you
then
guys
he
need?
just takes Canada under the wing of America. And
You know what might give you guys a chance to get there by 2024? More Indians.
Oh
people from
yeah,
India.
yeah. And you know what? Yeah, that would. And the money we
They
could make
because
off
I mean
of
they've been
alcohol
on their
sales.
they've been on their way. They've been on their way for I don't know the last decade or so.
Oh,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
Orion,
Oh,
how's
for
it
sure.
been?
Oh,
You know, if Trump tried to annex Canada, let's say hypothetically Trump wins 2024 and he says Canada is
Hypothetically.
ours now.
That's another
Like-
path. There's another path.
Well, no,
If you want to be a superpower,
I
That's what
couldn't
I'm
vote
saying.
for him if he did that unless he was like, I want to annex Canada and make it our dumping ground. We send all our trash to Canada because it's already a shithole. Who cares?
all right, everyone, listen. Canada's now going to be America's recycling plant. Okay, because we got a 5-point plan here.
No, not recycling. Recycling's gay. Recycling's cringe.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Just-
no!
just trash.
You don't understand. No, in purest Trump fashion, he's going to call it a recycling plant, but they're just going to dump everything here. It's just going to be a dump, but it's going to be called a recycling plant, so they get the tax write off and get fucking G2 and everyone off their ass.
Big brain moves.
Mm.
Big brain
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah.
Big brain, tiny hands.
I'm for it. I'm for it as long as they don't get any representation.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Maple leaf
God,
farmers
can you
don't get a
fucking
word in this?
imagine? Can you imagine?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. God damn it. We're building a wall on the wrong border.
Oh man, I hate to hear that. That's unfortunate.
I'm sure you do, because your only hope for redeeming your country is if we take you. But that's kind of it's a gargantuan project that really
Just
reaps
remember,
no benefits
okay,
for us.
we have the nice side of Niagara Falls, all right? Your guys' side is just a bunch of rocks.
Water.
There's not even any water
got
flowing
water.
down it. Exactly, man.
We have the nice side. But you know what? Vermont maple syrup is way better than your shitty maple syrup.
Of course you'd say that. You grew up on corn syrup, man. You love that watered down crap.
It probably
just like your beer.
Your fucking your maple syrup. It's like the trees taking a shit.
Oh,
It's
certainly
disgusting.
delicious.
Yeah. You're not gonna do anything to it. Just fucking stick a pipe into a tree and let it
Yeah.
leak out. It's fucking.
Yeah, collect it in a bucket
You
full of dead
barbarians.
bugs and stuff,
You
man.
fucking-
Hell yeah.
You're literally just drinking like tree jizz, and you're like, oh, this is so much better than the American stuff.
We like to pour it on snow and then eat it on the snow, dude.
Oh, no.
Mm. So Kino.
Fucking snow monkeys.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for us, boys. Jerry, do you have anything you want to shout out? Any final messages for the people today?
Absolutely not. Don't come to Canada. We're closed.
I would also advise people not to go to Canada. Peace out, my grillas.
Yeah, I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I done spelled that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in the whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.